Someone said that freaking Panera's Pepsi's taste funny.
Better.
No, I mean,
What? Because I made it look better. I actually changed the camera to 1080p. It was only on 720, which
Oh,
in
okay,
the settings,
I can see it
yeah.
now. Now that you mention it, but welcome everybody. It's the Average
Hello,
Intelligence
everybody.
Podcast. Tonight's podcast, or an admittedly a fun podcast for a change. We're listening to you, the
We
viewers.
are listening.
So a fun topic, but tonight's podcast is brought to you by our friends at Nomad Internet, wireless internet, fast internet, anywhere. And the Part of Your Broadway World podcast. You'll hear a little bit more about each of those as we go on. But tonight, we are bringing you, in no particular order, because that would be more difficult to do, um, some television series. Or I would say television's kind of a misnomer nowadays. What would you call that now? Like if it's a streaming show, it's technically not television, but it's just a series, right?
It's, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with series. We're bringing you some, you know what I mean, some television series that you probably haven't seen, but you should because they are either underappreciated or didn't get the hype that they deserved when they came out. So, do you want to start, or would you like me to start?
You go ahead. I I'm bringing up stuff about what I'm talking about.
Alrighty. So, my first pick is a show called Terra Nova, which did
I've
actually
heard of it.
it did actually last a season, but I don't think the show got the love that it deserved because the concept is basically, I forget the year, but it's in the quasi distant future. Mankind has completely wrecked the planet, but they figured out a way to go back to basically the late Mesozoic era. And certain people are selected to go back and establish a colony. And now, what I can't remember though is I think it's the main character's wife who actually gets selected, and the governments of the world have instituted like minimum, like you maximum amounts of children you can have, a maximum child policy, and they have a baby that they didn't report. So the father actually ends up being sentenced to prison, if I remember correctly. But long story short, they're able to jump through the hole, go back to the time of the dinosaurs, and the commander of the colony, who was played by, I always forget his name, but the bad guy in Avatar, the Marine guy.
White hair
Um,
guy.
yeah, white hair guy.
Yeah.
He's in charge,
Yeah.
but he sees this criminal. He can't send him back because it's only a one-way portal. So he goes, well, looks like we got to find something for you to do. Well, it turns out the guy was a cop. So he becomes a cop in this colony. And it's a really, really cool story. There's a great narrative thread about the leader of the colony's son actually coming over, but then leaving and kind of fighting against the colony. There's a mystery angle involved. The visual effects are decent. I'm not going to say they're the greatest ever, but it's an intriguing series. I was entertained. I looked forward to it every week because this was back when you actually had to wait to watch television.
Yeah. I
Those
remember
days are
watching
over.
that,
I liked it, dude.
but
I
I
thought it was really great.
but I also watch a lot of I used to watch a lot of different shows and whatnot. Like I've taken a huge step back.
Dude,
But
I have too. It's so funny because when I cut cable, I started watching obscenely less TV. And it's weird because arguably it's easier for me to watch anything that I could possibly want to watch now. And yet I find that I'm basically the vast majority of stuff I watch is for podcasts. It's pretty rare for me to watch something just for my own enjoyment nowadays.
I have noticed, obviously ADHD on my behalf. I have noticed that ever since smartphones got reels and videos, dude, I watch a lot less TV shows and whatnot. And like I sit there and I don't have the ability to even sit through them anymore, dude. It drives my wife nuts.
Dude, it's something that's happened to me and I hate it and I'm trying to
I
work on it, but
I want to get rid of my smartphone altogether, but there's so much stuff on it that I need it for.
I know, dude.
Like,
It makes me harken back for the days like that perfect where broadband first came out, but the smartphone didn't exist yet.
and it's so much easier to edit and do everything on the phone.
Dude, it's so
I
much
mean, don't get me
easier.
wrong, computer's nice, but like there's more options, but like it's so fast and just quick on the cell phone.
It's
But
weird for me because
ugh,
I edit shorts and the vast majority of clips on my phone, but full podcasts, it's too much for a phone. But I do that on desktop. But you're right,
mhm.
it's because I can just export and upload and it's right there. It's super duper easy. Yeah, but you can actually watch Terra Nova. I forget where. It should be because it was a Fox thing. Oh, maybe you can't now that I mention it. I feel like I looked this up a little while ago. It was on Netflix for a minute, but I don't think it is anymore. You can watch it on Amazon Prime. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get Terra Nova. Only one season, but
Well,
it's worth the watch.
it doesn't charge you, it's included.
If you have Amazon Prime.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
It's a decent show. Like they kind of I can't remember. They wrapped it up fairly decent and
No,
at the
there's still a
was it
mystery to
open-ended?
solve. Yeah, because the goal I think was for season 2 to expand more on the guy's kid. Because basically
I had
there's some
heard
kind
it
of
got
secret.
canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled, but there's some kind of secret that nobody knows about the colony that apparently only the director knows, and that's why the son's rebelling. Because there's something to the effect of like, I think my personal theory was that the people in the future purposefully made things worse so that they could force the colony through because the colony my theory was that the portal was actually two-way and the colony was set up as a mining operation or some kind of way to extract natural resources from the past and somebody's getting
Hmm.
rich off. That was my theory anyway. That's what I thought was coming.
All right. Are you do you still want to talk about that or are you ready to move on?
No, move on. Give me something. Give me something good.
Sliders.
Slider, was that a series?
Yes, sir. It was on Sci-Fi Network and it had Jerry O'Connell was the star. And basically what it was he created a device that allowed him to open portals and go to parallel universes. Fantastic show. The CGI probably doesn't hold up to this day because
Uh,
it was a sci-fi back in
it's
the
sci-fi,
90s,
yeah.
just
Well,
to give it some grace.
even Sci-Fi Channel today, which don't get me wrong, I
It's still
Sci-Fi
just
it
as
is what
bad.
it is, it is what it is.
I
But
just
it's
watched the
almost
movie.
charming.
I just watched the movie with Bruce Willis, and it seemed like a sci-fi movie because it was like in 2021 or 2020 or something like that. And it's on YouTube for free. It's called Breach, and it's not a horrible movie, but the ending made no sense, and it was just Bruce Willis. Basically, they were just paying Bruce Willis before he
Yep.
decided, whatever. But anyway, back to my show, Sliders, dude. Yeah, Jerry O'Connell was in it. So I can't remember the black dude's name, but he was I can't remember if he was like super popular. Like I don't think any of the people on the show were actually very popular except
No,
maybe Jerry O'Connell.
it's I was gonna say sci-fi series either have all nobodies or they have like one person who's at least
Hmm.
quasi known and then a bunch of nobodies. Which is fine, they got budgets to keep, right?
Yeah,
So like
dude.
no
Like
hate, but
imagine the episodes of Family Guy when they're going to different parallel universes.
which are some of my
Just
favorites.
imagine that, but imagine they don't have control where they go because something
Ooh.
was broken, and it's imagine I'm gonna throw out another show which I would hope most people have probably seen some of it. I'm assuming you have. Um, oh, damn it! What? I just lost the name of it. Um, oh my gosh.
What's it about?
Similar. Quantum
Quantum
Leap.
Leap.
So similar to that because like he can't figure out how to get back. So it's close to
Mm,
that, but they still have technology and he's trying to fix it as they keep jumping. And dude, it's a good
that actually
series.
sounds really cool.
Dude, I'm
I'm not
fairly
gonna lie.
certain there's quite there's at least two or three seasons. I can't remember. Like I always caught random episodes. It's not like I watched it fully, and honestly now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to go back and watch it fully.
That's what I'm worried about too, is like some of these are shows that I love that I just don't think. And now, to be fair, because like my next two are ones that actually
5 seasons. Sorry,
five seat. Wow, that's a pretty good
for a
run.
sci-fi show.
I mean, that's a good run, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but my next couple of picks are they are shows that were at least quasi popular, but to me at least, it seems like they need to be revisited because they're very good. My next one being the
Hold
series
on, hold
Dino.
on.
Oh,
What I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got to interrupt you because someone's in it that I forgot
okay.
that you will know. John Rhys Davies.
No.
He is in it. He is in it. Gimli. Gimli is
Yeah.
in it. Frodo. Yeah, but anyway,
Frodo.
seriously though, dude, like I think I feel like I kind of got an idea of what you like and whatnot. I think you would like the series if
Hey,
you
I
can handle
sounds
the
like
old
it.
CGI.
I can. Dude, I'm going through and watching every Godzilla movie ever made now. Cheap special effects are not necessarily a deal breaker. Fun fact, I
Hmm.
didn't know this, dude. A lot of the ones in the show, like the first movies that were being made, I didn't notice it when I was a kid. Like on their miniatures, they're using literal action figures on some of those
Hmm.
shots. Never noticed it when I was a kid.
And they just use a specific type of camera. Like, I
And
mean,
it doesn't hide it at all.
no,
Like
but
it
at the
just
same time, it's
doesn't.
so good.
It's so bad it's good. Some of
It
it's
just
just bad.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
go ahead.
my next pick is one that if you're a millennial, particularly around our age, mid to late 30s, you probably did watch this show when you were a kid. But I'm here to tell you, hey, you probably have not watched it in its entirety because when we watched it as children, it was on syndicated television, so you never got to watch it in order. And also, this show hits so much different when you're an adult, and it's 10 times funnier. That would be the beloved Jim Henson series, Dinosaurs, the one with the animatronic puppets of the dinosaur family.
Not the
Uh,
mama.
yes, precisely, dude. The humor in that is so genius because
I know
obviously there's bits that make you laugh as a kid, but there's jokes in there that honestly I'm kind of like, this is a Disney show.
it's Roseanne with dinosaurs.
Basically, yeah, but like there's one where the entire plot of the episode is they discover weed. And they don't sugarcoat it. They actually refer to it as the happy plant. And they're like it's a very thin joke, but kids don't get it. But every adult watching this show goes, "This is a children's show." And then like there's so many instances. There's a great one where they have a metaphor for it's a really loose metaphor, which is why it works. But most people take it as like Robbie. How shall I put this for PG audience? He might be into his own kind. But they in the episode he's exploring vegetarianism, and it's a very funny episode because he goes to this vegetarian bar where they're all hippies, and one of the guys is singing a song called "Give Peas a Chance." Dude, it's hilarious. And then, and probably one of my favorite gags in the weed episode is they're all sitting at the, and of course it comes back from a commercial break, and Purple Rain, not Purple Rain, Purple Haze. It's the Jimi Hendrix song.
your
I know, I
your
saw that.
camera.
Well, no, but there's a gag, and hopefully my camera can replicate it. But they're sitting at the counter and they're looking at stuff, and then one of them goes, "I just had the weirdest idea. It's like maybe they're all watching us." And he points like there, and he points to the cameras, and the cameras follow him. And then he finishes explaining the idea, and then one of the I think it's his sister goes, and if they stopped watching us, we would cease to exist. Whoa! It's such a great show. And then of course there's the episode where they go to war and their military uniforms are literal targets on their backs. It's so funny. It's such a great show. 4 whole seasons. It is absolutely worth the rewatch.
I have not actually like sat down and watched a whole lot of that, other than just like you
dude.
said, catching the random episode on TV when I was a child. Like
Yeah,
I liked it, but like because I knew who the baby was. Like not the
dude.
mom.
It's 1,000 times funnier as an adult because when you're an
And I
adult, you get all the jokes.
Yeah, well, and then I remember the dark joke from the last episode, dude. Obviously, it's not like a joke.
I
It's
was gonna say, yeah,
you
the
know
the last episode's pretty dark, and my whole
yeah, and they're just
thing
like, we
is,
don't know what's going to happen, and then
yeah,
it ends, and I'm like,
I'm
we knew
actually in
what
the camp.
happened.
I'm in the camp of that show needs a reboot, and how you can do it is you turn the ending of the series into a joke where everything just turns out to be okay, like all the bugs move on and everything's fine.
No, dude. Like listen, any conservatives out there who are in the movie biz, hey, Daily Wire, any of you, reboot it, do exactly what Jake's saying, but the joke is that it's like climate change.
Yeah, that no, that's the joke.
Use that exactly and be like, oh, they were wrong. The scientist says in 10 years it's going to happen. And then 10 years went by, and it's 20 years down the line. And they're grandparents now, and Junior's grown up a little bit.
Dude, that would
Dude,
be hilarious. That would
cakewalk.
be,
Come on,
dude,
guys.
so funny.
Make it.
Although Daily Wire's not going to do that because they're slowly but surely backing away from the entertainment biz, which
Yeah,
I,
because they stopped being entertaining.
well, no, because
Except Michael Knowles.
well, that's debatable. But
I like him the
they
most.
he's the he's okay, a little obnoxious, but
He is the most
I
like
think he has the driest sense of
level.
humor. Yeah, I
Yes,
think
and I
I
think
think
it's
he
why I
has
like
the
him.
driest sense of humor. But no,
So
they
you
spent
should like
so
him
much.
more.
Well, I mean, like compared to a Matt Walsh, sure, but that's the
I
difference
can't
between
stand Matt. Well, I can't stand Matt Walsh. I still can't
that's
stand him.
that's the difference between a bucket of shit and a pile of shit. Like, yes, I prefer the bucket, but it's still shit.
All right, I'll stop. We'll stop doing
Well, no,
politics.
but to be fair, and I think that might be one of the reasons. There are many reasons. That might be one of the reasons why Brett Cooper left because she was promised a Snow White movie that never materialized, and I had to do the Daily Wire. I had to do the Truffle Shuffle on a live video stream because of you. So I hope you're happy.
Too bad you don't have the clip.
Oh no, the clip it's there. It's on Toon Talk 2.0. It exists. It's out there. What's your next series, my friend?
All right. So my next series
Aliens.
is very old. Very old. Everybody anybody knows 70 shows. They know Three's Company. They know All in the not All in the Family. I'm sorry, that's a big difference.
Well, I
What was it?
mean,
George Jetson, not George Jetson. Oh my gosh, George the black guy, George Jefferson. Everybody
oh, the
knows that
Jeffersons. Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah.
The Jeffersons. Everybody knows that show. But do you remember a show called Chico and the Man?
I know of it, but I've actually never seen an episode.
The actor was Freddie Prinze, which is Freddie Prinze Jr.'s dad. And he died obviously when Freddie Prinze Jr. was a kid, and he overdosed while he was filming. I think either filming the show or wrapped up filming the show. But there was several. I think there was
Well,
maybe a
he
season
did.
or two,
It
and
was
it was.
that Freddie Prince or who did Chips? I don't think that. No, that wasn't Freddie Prince.
Mm-mm.
That was somebody else.
I feel like Freddie Prinze really only did Chico and the Man. That was like his biggest
Probably.
thing. He worked for like a taxi service. I can't remember if he was like a driver or if he was just a mechanic or something. I think he was a mechanic. And it's a decent show. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's 100% wholesome because it was filmed in the 70s. Like I'm not
Well,
saying that.
I'll give 70s series credit. They like to insert a little bit of that double layer humor that I'm a fan of.
Well, what about All in the Family? Like, do you remember
Well,
that? Have you
All in
seen
the
that
family.
episode?
God, which one? There's several, but no, All in the Family is
I
a
know.
different animal. All in the Family is a different animal. Because that wasn't that
Wait,
was meant to be in your face.
what is he, a fag?
Yeah, well, yeah.
He was
It
talking
was
about
a
the guy
different
cooking. I
it was
was
a
like,
different
damn.
it's a different time, kids. But Archie Bunker
Yeah.
was supposed to be the guy that you didn't like. Like that was who his character was supposed to be.
Even though many people liked him.
Well, but they did
I'm
it.
not I'm not
No, no,
saying
they
100%, but
well, no, but they did because they did it and it was smart. They did it in a way where Archie Bunker was a quasi likable person. Just his ideas were supposed to be. because Archie learns a few lessons as the series progresses, and that's kind of the point. But yes, Justin, I got your message earlier. I figured you hadn't seen that one, Godzilla versus Hedorah, because if you had, you would not have defended it. It is trash,
Guys, yo.
literally.
Woo!
Alrighty. Any other thoughts on Chico and the Man?
No, but if I could get my damn background to stop being lame, like, look, it only does me. This
Weird.
says, I'm just saying, and this is my snowman guy from the movie, and then he's got his own microphone. Check him out. But you can't see it because I can't figure out how to fucking
I can
unblur
see
the
it.
screen. I know.
I can see
All
it.
right, you go ahead.
All right, my
What's
next
your
pick.
next?
My next pick is a show that it's another Disney show actually, and it was popular, but I don't think it was as popular as it should have been, even when it was still on TV. And this is another show that I think deserves a reboot, and that, of course, being the beloved and very dark compared to other Disney cartoons at the time, Gargoyles. It broke the mold in several ways at the time. And I find it funny because at that point, the Disney afternoon programming was like episodic, light, fun, anthropomorphic animals. And this show's like, nah, let's tell a story about people that were persecuted for thousands of years and just go full bore into the social commentary that doesn't hit you over the head too bad. Like, we're talking in season three, there's a full blown KKK metaphor, and it's a very loose, I mean, it's not a very loose one. It's pretty on the nose, complete with hoods. And
Justin just said they're supposedly making a movie.
I hear that every so often. I think the series needs a reboot because after the series ended, and I'm also one of the weird people that actually I liked the Goliath Chronicles. It's not as good as the it's not as good as the first two seasons, but I honestly kind of got sick of the Avalon arc, which lasted forever. But I'm like I said, I'm one of the weird ones that actually likes season three. But after the show wrapped, there were several comic book runs that were made, and they were obviously amongst the fandom. They were quite popular, and you got a lot of story you can pull from. And plus, time travel's an element, so there's plenty of stuff you can do. But speaking of
Did you read
movies,
them?
though, no, I haven't. I need to. I need to get a hold of them because I know vaguely what happens in some of them, which I like. Seri So this show was written by Greg Weisman, who I'm a big fan of, and he actually wrote another show that I'm going to be talking about later. Greg Weisman is an exceptional writer. He's very good at writing shows aimed at, like, I'm not even going to say kids, but I'm going to say like, young adults, in ways
Yeah.
that aren't overly patronizing, but make very good points. Like there's an episode of Gargoyles where literally one of them accidentally shoots somebody. It gets dark, but and he wasn't afraid to do linear storytelling at a time where episodic was the lay of the land. So I
Mm.
appreciate that. And things that happen, like I brought up that episode where Broadway, the character accidentally shoots Elisa with her own gun. And going forward through the series, Broadway in particular is very much, um, he makes it a point to destroy any gun he sees. And he never comes out and says it though. So that's something where if you catch that detail, it just enriches the universe and you understand why if you've seen that episode. So,
I I watched that show like a lot, but I just for some reason can't remember anything about it. Like
dude, it's so good.
it was on I think after Superman. Or not Superman. I'm sorry. The Batman's show, the 94
I
series
don't think so
or
because it was
90.
a Disney show. It would have been on ABC, but maybe it came on after because Batman the animated series was on Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it confused with something else.
Which
Spectacular
Spider-Man series
Spider-Man.
did Greg Weisman write? I'm not aware of that one, or maybe I am and I just haven't seen it. But yeah, so Gargoyles, both it and Dinosaurs are on Disney Plus, so you can check them out, or you can make like Captain Jack Sparrow and sail the seven seas.
You can fuck off.
Alrighty.
uh, all right, so I've got one. Many of you probably have actually seen it. It's not too terribly old, but it was just a really good series and done really well in my opinion. Falling Skies on TNT.
Hmm.
It had Noah Wiley in it,
Who
and
I'm a big fan of. No, it's really
dude,
funny. Noah Wiley's a great actor who never got his due.
no, not at all. He's like, in my opinion, he's like Thomas Jane. I think Thomas Jane was a fantastic Punisher, and honestly, like, should have gotten more Punisher movies, but I don't know, something happened. But anyway, so Noah Wiley is in this, and he's got a couple kids, and so basically the earth is overran by aliens. Aliens come in, obviously falling skies. Aliens come in, and but basically what they do is they attach these they kill whoever they want, and then they use people as slaves. And then literally, like, these aliens, they attach these aliens to the back of their necks, and it basically takes over their brain, but it makes them superhuman. And after a while, they eventually figure out how to hack these things, and the superhumans, for the bad side, they're able to bring them on the good side. So you basically have superhuman children, because only children can have the thing on the back of their heads. Like, adults can't handle it. Like, their mind is, it just doesn't work. Like, they're
This
not able
sounds
to take
like
over.
this sounds oddly like Evangelion.
I've never heard of that, but dude, like,
If you
it's
know,
a
you know.
great show.
It's not. It doesn't sound like a rip off. It just sounds. It sounds
I mean,
eerily similar. It probably did
when
inspire
did
it
that
to a
come
point.
out?
Evangelion came out, I think, in the
The
early
movie or TV?
'90s. Well,
Oh yeah, that's way older than Falling Skies.
all of the above. They made it started
Dude,
out as a series, but
there's so many movies and TV shows that are, it seems like they're just like watered down versions of each other.
I mean
But
they can be. And
this one's good.
to be
It was
fair,
on
like
TNT, FYI.
yeah, well, and another note about Noah Wiley, though. So, hot take from me. Everybody
Mhm.
talks about how, like Ashton Kutcher did the best Steve Jobs, portrayal, blah 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 blah. I haven't seen his movie, so I can't speak to it. But I'm the guy over here. I'm like, did we all forget about Pirates of Silicon Valley, also a TNT original movie?
Hold up. You haven't seen the Ashton Kutcher version?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's so good. It's
I,
so
I've heard
good.
it's
Like,
good. I've heard it's good. But again, I think Noah
but
Wiley,
Noah Wiley has it. I could see that too.
it's a
Ashton
great.
brought a different type of, like, Steve
But
Jobs.
I think from what I can tell, and again, this is not fair because I haven't seen it, but from what I can tell, he really leaned into the creative genius side. Whereas I think Noah Wiley did a really good job of portraying
Portraying
all
him.
facets, but all facets, the
Mhm.
creative genius, the like his propensity to just like break into rage, his attachment issues. I think he nailed all of it. But
Well, it's like the social network. Like, did you ever watch that movie?
I love that
Like,
movie.
exactly. So, but the thing is, like, all those people that played all those characters are nothing like them.
No, they are
They were
not.
just
Yeah.
big names, like,
Yep.
But
Oh,
Ashton Kutcher,
I think
I
that
think he did pretty well. I haven't
no,
seen
I
Noah Wiley on that Silicon
yeah,
what?
Pirates of Silicon Valley.
Hmm,
And
check
Anthony
that
Michael
out.
Hall plays Bill Gates, and it's quite good. It's a very good movie.
Anthony Michael Hall. Why does that name sound familiar?
Weird Science, Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay. For some reason I was thinking Michael C. Hall, Dexter.
Oh yeah, no, different Hall.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
so what was the name of that series again? Falling Skies.
Hmm.
Nice. That sounds interesting.
It's very fun.
Speaking of aliens, uh, I'm only mentioning this show because I don't know why. Justin will agree with me on this. So, especially if you like Star Trek and you haven't watched this out of loyalty, give it a chance because when it was in its first season, it was written as, they're doing Star Trek right when new Star Trek is fucking up Star Trek. And that is the series The Orville, which is written and stars Seth MacFarlane. But here's the thing, it was presented as a comedy, and don't get me wrong, it is. But The Orville, like by episode two, is really giving you some fantastically deep episodes and wrapped in comedy. Because as a lover of Star Trek, one of the things I could never really stand about Star Trek as a property is how they don't really reference 20th century entertainment at all. Everybody's just like a fan of Shakespeare and classical music, and they go out of their way in the Orville because, like Gordon Malloy, for example, who's the ship's helmsman, has a thing for trash reality TV of 20th century Earth. Like it's a thing that he likes. They show an alien Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to get him over his species racism. Um, it's a great show, but there are some really, really powerful moments, even in the first season. And by the time you get to season three, it's like, holy shit. But for some
Holy shit.
reason, they're supposedly starting shooting season four soon, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think a lot of people didn't understand what this show was, and maybe it's Seth MacFarlane's fault because he has a tendency to forget about his shows, but this seemed like his baby because Seth MacFarlane is a big Trekkie. But I don't know, man. I put it up there with some of the better Star Trek series in terms of like, science fiction series because it's good. It's damn good. But
Yeah, that sounds good.
it also has laughs too. So it's a good balance. It never I think what a lot of Trekkies were worried about was that it was gonna lampoon Star Trek, and it doesn't. It does not make fun well, no, it really doesn't make fun of Star Trek. It just injects comedy in a way that feels really natural, like a crew of a spaceship in deep space would do. And it's a fantastic show. I highly recommend it. And you can watch it on Hulu and I believe Disney Plus as well.
Disney.
Because Disney owns everything.
They
I own it.
I can't do it right now.
Even
Oh
ESPN,
man.
which is pissing people off.
All right. So I'm going to lump two into one because it's just easier because to be honest, I don't know if I don't know how many seasons there were and I only watched them rarely. But Pete and Pete,
Yep.
the best intro ever made for any show. They
It's
went
on
way
it's
too
on my
hard.
it's on my playlist, bro.
Dude, Pete and Pete and My Brother and Me. Those
Whoa, I
the two
remember
black
that
kids.
show. Yeah.
And
Oh man.
I'm telling you what, right now, My Brother and Me, like I'm mentioning Pete and Pete first because it's two white brothers. Go to
No, so
My
see,
Brother and Me,
one's
dude, was
about
so much better
it was
than
so,
Pete and Pete.
but see, one's about brothers, and the other one's about brothers.
But dude, I remember this one episode. The kid, he's talking to his bully because he was told to stand up to his bully,
I've
and he's
seen
just
that
like,
one.
"Hit me, hit me!" And then the dude hits him. He's like, "Why'd he hit me?" I'm like, "Cause you told him to." Like, you got bad advice, dude.
No, that show was very good, criminally underrated. Both of them. Yep. No, criminally underrated. I agree. Was that one that was on Nickelodeon as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because Pete and Pete was
Remember
on
the floating
Nickelodeon.
bike, Petunia, the tattoo on the dude's arm, and then
Yeah, Mom's plate.
Ernie. Remember Ernie? That guy was like definitely autistic. That was autistic in the 90s. No, yeah, he's just awkward.
Man, no. Whatever happened to Danny Tamborelli? That's what I want to know. He was on top of Nickelodeon there for a minute when he got older, and then
Was that
disappeared.
the
The
redhead
younger,
guy?
well, they were
What
both
was
red,
he?
but yeah,
Was
the
he
younger
also in
Pete.
Home Alone?
No,
The younger Pete. The
yeah, the
younger
younger
Pete?
Pete. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I don't remember much of
he was
him
on.
other
I
than
think
that
he was
show.
on. What was the game show they did? What was that show where they get slimed if they got a question wrong or something? But I think he was on all
uh
that as well.
Double Dare?
No, I mean that was a show, but I don't think they got slimed. I can't remember what that show was called. But I know he
Hmm.
was on all that, which this wasn't on my list, but man, all that was
We can throw
genuinely
out
funny.
some honorable mentions.
Yeah, all that, at least I think they brought it back at one point, but I'm talking OG, all that. Lori Beth Tenberg,
Hmm.
Danny Tamborelli, Amanda Bynes, Kel Mitchell, Keenan Thompson got a start there. Now he's on SNL.
Man, Amanda Bynes back in the 90s, man, she was so fine.
Did we have an uh-oh in America? What? Oh, that's a series. Okay.
Oh.
No, not that
Uh-oh. Huh?
I mean,
I'm confused.
I think uh-oh is the name of a series. No, I've never heard of it.
Uh-oh. Oh, did you guys have uh-oh in America?
I don't think so.
Oh no. Oh no. It's a dumb kids show where they dump Slime kids.
No, that was just Nickelodeon's entire network in the mid 90s.
They slimed
They slimed
everybody, and a lot of
everybody.
people said that slime hurt. It was cold, and
Yeah, I've heard it was unpleasant. I'm actually because this is gonna bother me. Nickelodeon game show where people got slimed.
I just don't remember him being on. Was he a host or something, or
No,
was
he
he
was
just on
often
it?
a contestant. No,
Oh,
there's
that's not fair. They should pick random kids, not fucking ones that are acting for him.
maybe it was Double Dare. No, Figure It Out.
Ah, okay.
No, Double Dare was
Double.
a thing, but Figure It Out. That's the game show I'm thinking of.
I was gonna say back in the '90s when Mark Summers ruled Nickelodeon.
Right.
Rightfully
All right.
so. He was awesome.
Yeah, dude, everybody talks about like, which I'm not hating on Drake and Josh, but I didn't watch it because I was too old. But everybody raves about that period. But dude, mid '90s Nickelodeon was peak.
Hey, to be fair, dude, Drake and Josh is actually really good, and
I've been
it's
told,
hilarious.
yeah. Well, I mean, it launched the career. I know, like Ariana Grande. I think she got her start on a Nickelodeon series, if I'm not
Not that one.
mistaken. Not that one, no, but I think she got her start in a Nickelodeon series, or was it
Yeah,
Disney?
was it Zach and Cody?
May no, I don't know.
I had a younger girlfriend, not like 10 years ago, and she watched all that stuff when
That's
we
when
were
she was,
together.
yeah.
So of course I just heard it off to the side while I was sitting there playing Grand Theft Auto and shit.
Oh, Haley was victorious. That was a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah,
I think it
Vic,
was. I want to say it was
Vicky or Vicky or something like that.
something like that. But
Something.
yeah, man, my brother and me criminally underrated. Pete and Pete was actually pretty popular, but I mean, I think it's pretty much disappeared.
I know that's kind of why I
I
put them together
I
because
get you.
Pete and Pete is nostalgic as well, but my brother and me is nostalgic but forgotten.
Yeah,
Like
it really is largely forgotten.
you
And
don't hear
again,
about it, and I'm just like, dude, it was such a good show.
well, I do remember. It's funny because I don't remember what I was reading, but somebody was talking about because again, there's a series called The Proud Family that got rebooted.
Hmm.
And it was, and I mean, to be fair, it deserves credit for being a show in the mid to late '90s that showed like an all black family on a kids network. And then I remember though, I was like, but they did that one show, My Brother and Me. That was a black family, and that was live action.
I know. I love it when networks are like, no one's ever done this before, and I'm like, I can name
No,
6 different things.
they absolutely have several times.
Like,
And
geez, dude, like Martin,
yeah,
that's a
but
good
hey, man,
honorable mention. But
Steve
obviously, people
Harvey
know who
show.
Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, Steve Harvey
Steve
had
Harvey.
had a sitcom
Hmm.
before he started doing Family Feud and a talk show. But uh,
Less time consuming. He just films the game and then goes home.
I didn't watch Fillmore, but I know it exists. Man, it's like Doug wasn't underrated, but Doug was another really good show.
Doug,
Doug. Do, do, do,
great.
do,
Do do
do,
do
do,
do
do,
do. Oh, when they played Roger.
Dude, Skeeter always reminded me of Ketel. He was just the type of guy to walk up to you and be like, "Hey guys,
Dude, like who was Doug out of our friend group? Who was Skeeter? Obviously, you said who Skeeter was.
dude." I don't know.
Who
I
was
feel like
it?
Doug is supposed to be everybody. So
I feel like yeah, because like everybody can pretty much relate to him
yeah, I
based on
think
your voice.
I think that was the magic. I mean, I guess if anybody, just for the fact that he had an older sister, it probably would have been me. But
Rocco's Modern Life. You remember that?
okay, here's hot take. I hated and still to this day hate Rocco's Modern Life. I don't think that show is funny.
Smokey! That's it. I love that show. I
I
watched the
hated
crap
that
out of it.
show. I couldn't
Oh.
stand it. I did, but I didn't like Ren and Stimpy either.
Ren and Stimpy was weird. Like it was odd. Like I didn't like it was just it's weird. And then
They're
when they rebooted it, it was weird because they
yeah.
made them gay. And I was like, it's a dog and a what is it? Like a cat?
I think
So
yeah, it's a dog and a cat. Yeah.
I was like, dude, like
Well, is
that's
it is
gay.
it is it is it weirder than smushing a cat and a dog together?
Cat dog. Yeah, that show. Hey, listen, shh, don't you dare diss Cat Dog. That was a great show.
I was
And
just gonna say,
a three-eyed bird. I don't
There
understand.
is one episode of Rocko's Modern Life that I found absolutely hilarious, and that's the one where they decide they're going to create a cartoon,
Mm.
but it's chaos, and Filbert's cheese character just keeps popping up, going, "I am the cheese."
Dude, one of my favorites was when they went to the theme park and there was literally a little elevator and it like went
Okay,
down to hell and just like ah.
yeah, okay, I'll give like it. Don't get me wrong, like Rocko's Modern Life was certainly more tolerable than Ren and Stimpy for me. I
There
just
was
didn't
dud
love it.
episodes.
There were, yeah,
I'm
I
with
just
you
didn't
on there.
love it.
Yeah.
So my next show is one that I guarantee none of you have heard of. Not a one of you, unless you spent some time in Argentina around 2013, 2014, which I doubt. This is a show that was produced in Argentina, and I have a hell of a story because almost, I was this close to having the rights to distribute this show in North America, but it fell apart. The show is called Aliados. It is completely in Spanish. You cannot find it on any streaming service, at least not in the United States, which I was trying to change because I was trying to get it broadcast on the Spanish speaking channels here. Um, it's a weird show, but dude, I like it. And I got to go down a bit of a rabbit hole. Um,
What's the name of it? Spell it.
Aliados.
Okay.
But if you're a fan of the show One Tree Hill, you know how that show integrates and uses music in the show. Aliados does that pretty similarly, except it's even more diegetic, meaning they're actually singing in the series. It's a weird concept, but it works. The actors all do a pretty good job considering that, I mean, the quality of television shows at that time in Latin America wasn't up to where they were in the US at that time. But I mean, it was good. It doesn't look like crap. It works. It's like something. The special effects are basically what would have been a really really good series on sci-fi for comparison. Like they're not perfect, but they work. Um, the music
You
in
guys
it
are
though is
putting
great. And
American voices to it.
no, I was kicking around the idea too of possibly trying like if I got my goal, my plan was I was going to get the rights to distribute the original series here on networks like Telemundo or any of the Spanish speaking networks, but then pitch it around to have it remade as like a North American show,
Mm.
rehash the character because that's very common. In fact, the creator of Aliados, and I think the reason it's so good because you can tell she put her soul into it. Her name is Chris Morena, and those of you that are particularly from Mexican origin might know the show Rebel Day Way or the original Rebel Day. Chris Morena created Rebel Day. It's a thing. Like it's a cultural phenomenon. It's kind of like very loosely, it's kind of like the South American Glee, but it's different. But anyway, she took a hiatus in her career because her daughter passed away. Her daughter was killed in an accident, I believe, and this was her triumphant return. Only 2 seasons, and the second
Oh
season
shit.
got cut short. I think it was too heady. I think it was too. I don't think like don't get me wrong. There's a strong following for this show, and the people that love it really love it. But I just don't think it got the traction that they were hoping for. You can if you want to be like Jack Sparrow, because trust me, you can't find it. It doesn't exist. Maybe if you use a VPN, but I don't even think you can find it then. But I'm not condoning this. But season one is uploaded with English subtitles on YouTube. Just search Aliados English subtitles. And season two, you can download on Archive, the Internet Archive, and you can download the subtitle document with it, but you have to download it and then plug it. You have to use like VLC player, a media player that you can upload a subtitle text to. I may or may not have done this because I wanted to watch the show, but I have to share. Um, no, I'm not going to share because it takes too long. But just know it's a really really coincidental story of how I found out about this series, and it was the opening theme song that was stuck in my brain for 2 or 3 years and trying to find this damn show that just did not exist in America.
It ain't happening, huh?
No, I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know. Maybe if
You know,
I'll put it to you this way, if I come into a shit ton of money, I am buying the rights to it.
I mean, I would.
It's a good show, and I really, really enjoy it. If nothing else, I might pull a Kevin Smith and just buy it, like because he bought Degrassi Junior High before they started distributing it. Because back then you could only buy it from Scholastic, so
So he
he
bought it?
he bought the series from Scholastic, but you could only sell it to schools, so he had to buy like X number of copies. So he got however many he needed, and then he donated, I guess, the other ones to a school district in New Jersey, just because he wanted the series to be able to watch whenever he wanted.
Degrassi?
I think it was Degrassi Junior High specifically.
Those shows were so awful.
I tried. I wanted to start, but it's a long haul. I've
Yeah,
always
I
been
remember
intrigued by
when
them.
those came on what was it, Nickelodeon?
For a while, yeah, I don't think they're on there
I was like,
anymore.
click.
I missed them
It
when they
was
were
when
on
we were
Nickelodeon.
kids.
Yeah, but I missed them when they were on Nickelodeon.
I
But
didn't miss them. I missed them. I was like, whoa.
but but
They're
it
so
nicked me.
boring. It
It
nicked
nicked
me.
me.
It nicked me.
Had me saying A for like a week. But funny note about Degrassi, and basically this falls into the early '90s Goosebumps series as well. Any of those shows that was produced in Canada during that time, boy, kids don't notice accents for shit. Because like now I rewatched The Haunted Mask from 1995, and like I remember that show being very different because now all I hear is kids saying a boot.
A boot.
Like the accents are very, very thick.
And
And I just
as a kid,
never
you just it
noticed.
was
I
normal.
just never noticed. She's like, I don't want to go out there.
They were filmed in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, yeah, exclusively. It was all Canadian productions.
Oh, damn Canadians. Canadians! That's what it was. I can tell my wife. It was an inside joke. I just remembered something. It's not Indians, it's Canadians.
Well, blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
All right, what
All
you
right.
got?
I had to look this up because I couldn't remember the damn name of the show. So in the early 90s, and when I say early 90s, I want to say probably 94, maybe I think it ran from 91 to 97. But anyway, uh I'm going to give two shows because I had to watch, well, I didn't have to watch a show, but I liked it. A show called they redid it recently in the last 10 years with Johnny Depp. Um what was
The
that
Lone
movie called?
Ranger?
No, like he played a vampire.
Oh,
And
oh, something Shadows.
Dark Shadows. So
Yes,
like
Dark
I
Shadows.
used to watch the old 80s, 70s
Oh
Dark
wow, I
Shadows with Barnabas Collins, dude, and it was creepy, but like it was old, it was dated, but like it was fun to watch. Like I remember the intro like crazy. But so that led into another show which I would get up early for, which I don't do that anymore ever. I don't have to
well
wake up
because
till
now
like
you don't
11
have
for
to.
shows. So the other show that I would get up early for was right after that. Um yeah, it was called Sightings, and it was on Sci-Fi Network, and it was basically UFO sightings. And dude, I ate that shit up. I would wake up early just to watch that as a young child. And yeah,
I'm,
it just
bro,
I
dude.
seven
I'm not.
seasons, I never
Yeah,
ran out of episodes. I loved it.
dude. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss. I miss that aspect of traditional TV, particularly Saturday mornings, because kids aren't gonna experience that ever again, and it
You started
sucks,
talking
dude.
about satellite, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, dude, maybe I should just get satellite TV and just say screw all this stuff and just make my kids have a 90s freaking childhood.
But dude, they just don't exist. Even the networks don't exist anymore. They don't run those programming blocks anymore.
Oh, how does it
See,
work?
I mean, they still have channels, but like because kids don't, at least to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but I don't think they have Saturday morning cartoon lineups anymore. Not like they used to.
Oh no, but they actually probably have better lineups now. Like you didn't have to wait till Saturday for cartoons. They probably play
Oh,
cartoons every freaking
well,
day.
I mean, now they have cable channels, I'm sure, but
Well,
I
in
thought,
the 90s we were pretty limited on cartoons. Like don't get me wrong, there was a ton, but now there are a ton.
Yeah, well, now they're pulling back all the properties from even back in the 50s. Like you can watch those shows, most of them you can watch on YouTube. But I thought $1 billion idea, and I actually saw there's some company that's kind of doing
So,
this.
so, so.
Oh, hey, Sosa. Um, they've created a streaming service where it's nothing but all those like older kid-friendly cartoons. But my $1 billion idea was a YouTube channel or even a TV channel, but if you actually want to make money, it'd have to be some kind of
Context,
um
Sosa. Context.
oh, I know what he's talking about.
Oh,
It is 7 p.m. Eastern, so it should be 6 p.m. your time.
oh, you guys doing a thing?
Yeah, he's coming on the old Star Trek podcast to talking
Oh,
about
snap.
the basking shark in space.
Star Trek. Oh yeah, dude, my son just recently asked me, he said, I want to watch Star Trek, the series. And I was like, which one? And he goes, Captain Kirk. And I said, good boy.
I would
But
accept
I
Deep
know a
Space
lot of people
Nine,
like
but
Picard. Yeah, yeah,
well, a lot of people are wrong. But but anyway, my $1 million idea was if somebody could go back and get like I don't even think this would be possible, but
yeah.
man,
Thanks, dude.
if you could go back and get those programming blocks, like complete with the commercials and everything from like ABC, Fox Kids, all those, and just rebroadcast them, dude.
Even with the same old commercials,
Yeah, same old
just like you
commercials.
said. Well, actually, you could update the commercials. That probably wouldn't be too
No,
hard.
screw that. I mean, you can add some new ones, but man, the commercials would be half the fun. You get old Mighty Max commercials. Remember those?
Have you watched like older TV shows with newer commercials?
It's so weird,
Like
dude.
it does not add up. It's
It's so
weird.
weird.
Like, you'll be getting that, and all of a sudden, then you just get a fucking email or an ad. And it's just like, oh, you want to pay some bills? And I'm like, calm the fuck down. Why are you yelling at me? Like, I hate that about commercials. They're so freaking
Yeah,
loud.
they don't equalize the.
Dude, I'll be watching like let's say I'm watching an old movie on YouTube, and like, I have to turn my TV up to like 45, which any other thing I'm watching, dude, like YouTube, if I watch it on TV, I got it on like 15 because the shit's loud. But you watch an older movie, they're filmed different, like the sounds
Well,
differently. And
YouTube in particular though is really bad about this because I was watching Shanghai Noon and my TV I had to have that some bitch up to 60 on the volume and I normally had mine at like you said sometimes it was down to 18, 15, usually like 20 something. And then but it would go to an ad and it would just be like it was so dumb. But that's my
March
point.
Fry, motherfucker!
But shout out to YouTube because they do have a lot of really good movies on there that you can watch completely for free.
Oh,
Legitimately.
dude, all the time. Dude,
Yeah.
there's so many good movies on there.
So many good movies. And you just check it out. They have a channel. It's just YouTube movies and you can watch it. It'll say
Hmm.
free with ads on there.
And most of the time, I don't know if it's weekly, bi-weekly, but dude, they put new movies on there all
Yeah,
the time.
they
Like,
do. It's exceptional. Um, so my next series, actually, you know what? Before we do that, we're gonna hear a little bit from our sponsor. Do you have shitty internet? Or do you live in a place where you can't get good internet? Well, now you can with our friends at Nomad.
Living in rural areas? Or are you always on the road? Experiencing a slow internet connection? Worry no more. Get the Nomad Air modem with a 5G unlimited plan. Our compact modem provides quick, reliable, and secure 5G 4G LTE connectivity. Connects up to 30 devices at once. Pause or suspend your plans anytime through the Nomad app. Excellent internet connectivity for rural areas residents and on-the-road traveler. For more details, please visit nomadinternet.com and check out our plans.
because if I lose that,
That's what
people, I would probably.
that's what I was
That
thinking.
makes sense. Yeah, they wouldn't do yearly. The only reason
But
I do yearly is because it's cheaper.
yeah, that's true. But if you use our link in the description, you get your, I always forget the name of the router, but you get your router for free, basically.
The Raptor,
The Raptor,
right?
yes. I think. I don't
Yes.
know. It's a
Fairly
router
certain.
though.
Go to the website and check, or go to the link and check it out.
Yeah, and you can learn all about the different plans and how literally it does not matter where you are, which I think is the coolest thing.
That is the
Um, so
coolest thing.
so my next series, this one, God, I think I know why it wasn't as popular because it was brought out during a time where the sitcom was just not. It was on, but this kind of sitcom. I love this show because much like Roseanne, it's kind of like Roseanne Light because it leans more into comedy than like serious subject matter, but it's very funny. This show was called Grounded for Life.
Mm,
Was it 4 or 5 seasons? I think it was 4 seasons, but
I'm not sure, but that was a great show. I
dude,
love
this
him.
show was so great. Like I would always say like Sean Finnerty, who's played by Donald Logue, masterfully. I was like that will be me as a father if I ever have a teenage daughter. Like that will be me. I will be the guy to throw fried chicken at a car if it looks like my daughter's making out with somebody in the backseat of a car. Like that will be me. And so it's right up my alley. It's my sense of humor. Um, all the characters are very funny, but Donald Logue just delivers fantastic performances throughout the whole series rather. And some of the episodes are just I still laugh out loud when I watch them, and I know what's coming. If you're a big fan of sitcoms and you missed this one somehow, definitely check it out. However, I don't think it's streaming anywhere. I think you would have to purchase it. But I will tell you, it is worth the purchase. Just go ahead and buy it because it is absolutely worth it.
Just do it.
Very funny. Trust me, you buy it now, thank me later. That was when Carsey Warner, that production company, was just throwing out banger after banger after banger. Because for those of you who don't know who they are, they made that '70s show. They actually made Roseanne as well. They were the production company behind Roseanne.
So then that's why that '70s show was so good.
Oh yeah, no, they're masters. They have so many more. Some of them I haven't seen, but actually my next one, or not my next one, but it's a little bit further down the list, is another Carsey Warner show. So
I'll say you go for it. I'm out of obscure things like the rest. I think are people know.
well, and some of these I'm gonna delete because I feel like they're not. So I'll just segue into the next one. Other Carsey Warner series. This is another one where it was popular-ish, but I don't think it got the love that it deserved because this show is too damn funny. You know it. I think you know it because of me, though. Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, it's great. I love that
Oh,
show.
John Lithgow's comedy. I mean, everybody's funny in it, but John
Oh,
Lithgow's
the
comedy
old
master.
man.
Yeah,
How they age differently. They age
yeah.
backwards.
Well, and Joey Gordon-Levitt, a young Joey Gordon-Levitt, delivers comedy mastery because he's actually an old man, but he's in the body. He starts out the series in the body of a 13 or 14-year-old boy. It's quite it, dude.
He was so funny. I'm like
It's so funny.
he went more serious roles as he got older, and I'm like, dude, he's got the comedy in him, man.
Oh, he
Like
still
I know
does
he did 10 Things
comedy,
I Hate About You, which was like
which
semi
yeah.
funny,
Oh,
fantastic
dude,
movie.
I actually showed that movie to my wife fairly recently, and oh God, it was so funny. It I don't know, it reinvigorated my love for that movie because it's too funny. But Third Rock from the Sun, man, I still quote it to this day. My favorite joke because I didn't get it till I was an adult, but it's the episode in season 2 where Dick finally understands why football is popular. So he goes to the big game, the college's big game, and he's decked out in the body paint, and he tries to get the audience to do another cheer, and the cheer goes sine, cosine, cosine, sine, 3.14159, because he plays a physics professor. It's the formula for a pyramid. Because like a pyramid, like a cheer pyramid, that's the joke.
Oh
And
wow,
God, it's so
that
funny.
probably went over so many people's
It
heads
did.
though.
I'm sure it did. But I remember I was watching it, and like the joke's funny because he's in the body paint and he's trying to get people to do a cheer that they don't understand, but only one person understands. It's one of his students, and even she's like, "I'm not going to keep doing this." But then I'm sitting there watching it, and I got the joke, and I was like, "Oh God, that's so funny." But the whole series is phenomenally funny, especially if you're a Coneheads fan, you'll recognize Jane Curtin, who just as Mary Albright, Chef's Kiss performance, she is too funny in it. It's fantastic. That's another one. That one pops up on streaming every now and again. Like I know it was on Hulu for a while, so just Google it. But if you don't have any options, Again, you can always Jack Sparrow this. The series debuted in 1996. I don't think they're worried about making money on it anymore, but even if they are, then you should put it on streaming services.
Gonna lose some money there, kiddos.
Well, because I do not
Because
I do
we're gonna
not
find
condone
you.
I do not condone sailing the seven seas. However, sometimes you are left with no options. Because
I'll be
sometimes you can't
sailing.
even, well, because I'm just sailing. Well, because sometimes you can't even buy this stuff. And then what are you supposed to do?
You know what? I just actually, now that you mention it, I just thought of a show that I don't know if a lot of people, I know a lot of people watched it, but it was really good. And like, honestly, every time I talked to somebody, they'd be like, "Oh, I have no idea what that is." And it was called Fringe. And
I've
it
heard of
had,
it.
who's the old guy in it? He was the steward in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, he played Denethor?
Yeah, yeah. So Denethor, I couldn't remember his name. So Denethor, the guy who played Denethor, he's in the show, and he's a genius. But the thing is, he's an old man and kind of losing his thing, and he takes PCP and shit like that. But he's a scientist. So the thing is, he actually figured out how to open a window to look into another universe. So it deals with stuff like that, dude. I'm telling you,
It's
bro. Like
very,
that.
no, that's very interesting because he played Denethor, who had the Palantir. So that's interesting.
So yeah, like there's some stuff that I can't really give away because obviously anyone who's going to watch it, like you don't want to know the
Yeah, yeah, you
biggest
don't want to.
reveal. But the thing is, dude, it deals in parallel things. It deals in like different frequencies, and I know that's weird. Like if somebody's from another universe and they come to our universe, everything about them,
Well,
their
yeah, that makes
body
sense.
is not welcome here
Yeah,
because the
that makes
frequency
sense.
is different. So it's like after a while they stuff starts to happen. I'm not gonna say what, but it's pretty cool.
No, that does sound interesting. That
Very good
just
show. Fringe, and it has what's his face in it. I can't remember what else he's in. He's in a show currently with where he's like a captain of a cruise ship. Joshua
Joshua
Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah,
Joshua
I think
Jackson.
he's a
Yeah,
doctor on the
he's in it.
cruise ship. But it looked intriguing. I haven't seen it yet, but it did look intriguing.
That's pretty
Um,
much it. I'm dry after that.
no, it's cool. Maybe I'll inspire. I'll do a couple more because I've got some that I think really need to be shouted out. But let's see, I'll delete that one because we've kind of been fiction all up to this point, so we'll get rid of that one.
I have about
Um,
15 minutes before they get home.
okay, so I'll try my best to rapid fire here. But Eric, are you a fan of DC Comics?
Absolutely.
Well, actually, you may have heard of, or at least you may have watched, or at least heard of this show because of me. But this is a DC animated series that really didn't get the love it deserved. It did, however, get brought back because of fan uproar. They did two more seasons after it had initially been canceled, but as far as I know, they're not bringing it back in any way. I even resisted it because it was initially, well, it still is. It's about the sidekicks, and my initial reaction was, why do I want to watch a show about the sidekicks? Turns out I was wrong because this show is awesome, and it's another Greg Weisman show. It features my favorite DC animation art style up to this point. Don't get me wrong, I love Bruce Timm, but I really like this. I call it the Young Justice style um, because it was that series and a few movies they did in that time. But the series is called Young Justice. It's phenomenal. It follows the sidekicks. It exists in a universe where superheroes are kind of newer, and they end up turning the sidekicks into a covert operations team. And as the series progresses, you get to see more characters. And dude, season two is my favorite in particular. It made me love Blue Beetle as a character. It's so good.
It's so sad what happened to the Blue Beetle movie.
I know, and because this
It
show
wasn't a
made me
bad movie. It was just a letdown. Like
well,
it wasn't like it wasn't fantastic. Like it was okay.
yeah. But funnily enough, I actually uploaded that clip today
Oh,
of us talking about that movie, so that's on the channel, so you can check that out. Let's see, just rapid fire real quick. Here's an anime series.
quick,
That
quick,
quick,
quick.
quick, quick. That I guarantee a lot of you have not heard of, and hopefully for good reason if you're below a certain age. You ever heard of the series Elfin Lied?
Sounds really familiar.
I think I told you about it.
The name.
Yeah, it was notorious. I mean, you can find it now. It's so good though. It's really good. Just disclaimer, if you don't like gore or nudity, don't watch it because you will not have a good
Oh
time.
no, bloody
No, it's
boobs.
no man, it's pretty
Pretty bad.
gory. Like it's pretty gnarly. But I like it because you know me, I can forgive anything as long as it serves the story. And believe it or not, the gratuitousness of it does actually serve the plot. Dude, it's so good. It's a real character driven story, but man, and the art's good. The animation is solid. It's anime, but dude, I remember I got sucked into it because this was during a period where I worked on commission. So if I didn't have customers, I just sat there and watched TV. And I found it by
Oh, dude.
accident. And dude, I got hooked so quick. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, people leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to watch TV here. And dude, by the time I got to the end of it, like it's intense. It's a really intense show, but it's worth watching. It's very, very good. And before I move on to my next recommendation, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our friend Haley, and it actually ties into television series that you didn't know existed. You don't know this one existed because it never got released, but you can watch it on YouTube. And I accidentally discovered it when we were recording Haley's latest podcast, the Part of Your Broadway World podcast. Eric, did you know that there was an Italian animation studio that made their own Pocahontas animated series?
Really?
Yeah, but it never
Like,
got released, probably because of the movie. But here's the thing. This show has problems and lots of them. I will tell you the least offensive one, but probably the funniest. And you can actually see, go to Haley's channel, Part of Your Broadway World. The link is in the description. And there's a clip where you can see me find this series in real time and skim through it. Eric, I am not joking. The plot of this show is that Pocahontas and her spiritual companion, Hopi Ho, journey across North America and interact with and learn about the different ways of living of the various Native American cultures. Now, that doesn't sound super weird until I scrubbed along to a point where I'm not joking and I am not being hyperbolic. I see Pocahontas talking with Aztecs, complete with pyramids. Of course, they leave out the whole human sacrifice angle. That's the least problematic element of this show. I have not watched it yet, but boy, I'm going to, and I am so looking forward to it.
what? Did
Yeah,
Haley tell
dude.
you about this?
No, I found it on. I'm okay. I don't even remember what I was looking for, but I came across it randomly because I was looking up something as we're talking on her show, and then I just go like, "Oh, guys, you're not going to believe what I found." And I'm going through. You get to see my live reaction because it's a lot of, "Oh no."
Oh no.
So check out Part of Your Broadway World podcast. But another show, and this one I highly, highly recommend, especially if you like. I'm going to do a you, and these are two shows. If you really like historical fiction that's based in reality, you will like. Okay, perfect example. Did you like the show Vikings?
I did not watch it, but
Okay,
yeah.
if you like the show Vikings, but you were like me and eventually got to a point where you're like, well, this is cool and all, but it's not even close to being historically accurate. Well, you might better enjoy a Netflix original series called The Last Kingdom, which don't get me wrong, it's still fiction, but it's a lot better from a historical perspective. And personally, I think it's better from a narrative perspective too. I think it had 7 seasons and then culminates with a movie, or maybe it had it had seasons and then it culminates with a movie, all of which is on Netflix. It's phenomenal. You learn actually a lot more accurate information about like the Danish culture and the Saxon culture. They do the thing that I love in Vikings, where if two people that speak different languages are talking to each other, they're actually speaking in those languages. It's really good. I can't speak highly enough about it. I love the show. It's got all the action that you want from Vikings, but it's a little bit more. It's just a better show. But then also Netflix has the rights to a German show called the German title is Barbaren, but translates to barbarians. It tells the story of Hermann, or his Roman name was Arminius, who is the German fellow who was taken from his home as a child, raised in Rome, rose to the rank of equestrian, was sent back to Germania because Romans were fucking dumb. They thought it would be a good idea to send a German prince back to Germany to help quell rebellions in Germany. You can imagine how that worked out.
Yeah, not very
Not
well.
not well for the Romans. Um, but what's cool about this is a person that actually existed. And again, this is a fictionalized account, but they get a lot of details right. And I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, where are they going to fuck up? Where are they going to fuck up? And as far as I know, the only thing that they do fictionally is they give people supernatural esque powers. But
Oh
it's
hell
what
yeah.
well, but it's what the Germanic tribes believed in, so it works in the series. And they get details of the battle wrong. Like, I'm sorry, they didn't actually set the Romans on fire. That didn't happen. But it's cool. It looks cool on screen. But what's cool about this is this guy is the reason that Rome never conquered Germania.
Oh.
They would cross the Rhine a couple times, but they were never able to set up permanent settlements. And it was because of the rebellion that this guy led. So
Oh damn.
it's a really
Hell
good
yeah.
series. It's really good. And they're Latin. So the only criticism the show has, and I totally understand why they did it, because it's all in German and Latin. Their German is modern German, but I understand why they did it because it's a German show. Like, you don't want them to speak ancient German because I get it. But the Latin, as far as I'm aware, is top notch. Like, even the pronunciation is correct. So kudos to that. And I'll do my last pick because the other two were very popular when they aired. They're just older. You might remember this, Eric, because I think we watched it in school, but you may not have been there yet. I think you were, though. Do you remember they made us watch a Civil War miniseries called The Blue and the Gray? Okay, well, The Blue and the Gray is a Civil War miniseries that was created, I think it was created in the late 80s. Um, it's very good. It does a really good job of showing. I'm not going to say they were sympathetic to the South, but it basically tells the story of an extended family that's broken up between the North and the South. And the main character we follow is a Southerner, but he moves to the North to become a newspaper illustrator, to work for a newspaper. So he's a Southerner that's seeing the war from the Northern perspective, but obviously that puts him in contact with his closer family because they're like, "You're a Yankee now," and it's a really really good show though. It's phenomenal. The battle sequences are really good, especially for a mini series in the '80s. It's exceptional. I don't think
Blue
it's
and
streaming
gray. What
anywhere.
was it called again?
The Blue and the Gray.
Oh, okay. No, I never heard of it.
No, it's very good. It's very good. I don't think it's streaming anywhere, although it might be. But I know you can buy it on Amazon, which it's worth it, especially if you like historical shows. You will like it very much. So that has exhausted my list. Let us know your underrated TV shows in the comments, and we might do a part two.
Do you ever watch Heroes?
Yeah, I watched the first season and then I lost interest in the second.
They kind of trailed off after the third season, but
Well,
it was the
once
first few episodes were great, or
oh
first few
yeah, no, the
seasons were
first
really good.
season's really good, but like once you've saved the cheerleader, what more is there to do?
Well, technically they didn't save the cheerleader because they worked it in the around the fifth season, but it was so poorly written because of the writers' strike at that time.
Yeah, that's
So
what I hear, but I lost interest in season 2, so but speaking of writing, you may not know this, buddy. Did you know that I'm writing a Back to the Future Part 4? You didn't know.
no,
Yeah, first
no.
the chapter 2 got released today on the Arte Media blog.
How old is Marty,
47 because it's set in 2015.
dude? I want to be Marty.
No, no, I'm writing a novelization.
I know. I'm saying if it gets turned into a movie, I have to
It
be
would it
Marty.
never
That's
it never will.
You
It
never
never
know,
will.
dude.
No, dude.
Dude,
Robert Zemeckis and Bob
it,
Gale have said it's
they
not
won't do
happening.
it.
Yeah, they won't do
I
it.
know. Because it's not the same. You know, it's like, dude, when everybody was young and like hip, it's like, why didn't you just keep making movies? Like, you did so well with 3 movies. If you could do well with 3 movies, for the love of God, make another one.
Because they understood enough was enough. So, fun fact, just to close up
I
here.
know, I know.
Well, no, but
Sorry, go
just to
ahead.
close up here. So, I was a purist. I was one of those people too that was like 1 through 3 are perfect the way they are. We do not need to touch this again. Sure, you can have your comics and your non-canon stuff. That was until I came across a video on YouTube. But you remember the Nostalgia Critic? Well, they had a show on their network called their network channel Awesome called Fanscription. And what they would do is they would write hypothetical like movie and TV ideas. And I can they did one for a proposal.
Sorry.
They're about 5 minutes from home. No, but
That was like 5 minutes ago.
yeah. um so he created basically like a loose outline of a proposed Back to the Future Part 4.
You're
But
turning
it
into a
was
robot.
no. Dude, I'm telling you though, it was so good that I actually treat that like now when I watch the trilogy, I add that as part 4. And for a couple years now, I'm like, God, I don't care how I get it. I just want the complete story. But I'm a shitty writer, dude. I can't write for shit. And dude, I'm not even lying. It's become a lot more of my voice than I thought it was going to be, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm using AI to help me with the structure and everything, but it's very much my voice because I just decided one day, I was talking to Haley actually. We did a Back to the Future episode and I was telling her about it. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll write it just because I want the story. And then I was like, well, no, now I can turn this into a thing because, like, trust me, there's no money being made on this whatsoever. It exists because I want it as a story. But I figured maybe somebody else will enjoy it. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, if they see it at all, they're going to be like, no, don't touch the trilogy. But I'm telling you, it's being made with love and canon in mind. Because, like, the hardest part is making sure that I don't screw up the lore because there's a couple times I'm writing out a chapter, I'm like, oh shit, I can't do that because that didn't happen or this didn't happen. But I'm excited about it. But you can check that on the Arte blog if you feel so inclined. I thought you. I don't know why I said it like that.
Oh, da.
I thought. But yeah, so that's them television episodes. I also decided what video I'm going to react to for the episode where for the week where we can't go live, which is next week. I'm going to react to, and I haven't watched it yet, so my reaction is going to be live. I'm going to react to Tucker Carlson's interview with Nick Fuentes.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Well,
going to get,
isn't Nick Fuentes a conservative?
no, Nick Fuentes is a full blown Hitler admirer. Yeah.
Who is he
So,
thinking of? Yeah, so there's probably people in the comments like, yeah, he's a conservative, so he's a Hitler.
yeah. Well, no, but here's the thing though. I purposely not watching it because I'm gonna get pissed. I know I'm gonna get mad in that interview because I've heard tidbits. I've never watched his show, but I've heard sound bites of Nick Fuentes saying really stupid shit that is
Are you gonna do a live
verifying.
reaction? Not
No,
live
well,
reaction, but a live reaction to the video, or are you gonna like watch it and then recap?
no, it's live in the sense that as I'm watching, my reactions will be live because I will not have
That's what
watched this
okay.
video before.
That's what I was going
Um,
for.
but I've heard him say some really stupid shit that's verifiably false. Like,
Microwave. Sorry.
no, you're good. So, I would say I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not. But I feel like it's appropriate because I've done too many surrounded videos. It's the same old shit. So in this one, I'm gonna get mad. I know I'm gonna get heated, but I'm just gonna correct him because Nick Fuentes is a fucking idiot, and
I don't
like,
know who he is, but this ought to be good.
oh, dude, I'll put it to you this way. Apparently, on his show, he has fewer Fridays.
Like he's a legit Nazi.
From what I can tell, like, and here's the irony of it though, is he is absolutely, I think he would even say this, he is absolutely a white supremacist. His father is half Mexican, hence the last name Fuentes. Yeah, so that's where the break in logic begins.
Yeah, who says a Mexican can't be a Nazi?
Well, I mean, I suppose they can, but I don't think you're welcome in the club. is all I'm
I
saying.
mean, even Hitler wasn't welcome in the club. He had brown hair and brown eyes.
Well, I mean, he had to make the club,
Yeah, he made the club. He's like, okay, this club is only blonde hair, blue eyes, and you cannot have my brown eyes. I
but
don't
it's
know.
all,
Like, what the
but it is no. So the thing is that Hitler was just
you
not the
you
peak.
snarius?
Schnerius. No, the only thing is Hitler was just not the peak of the club, but he wanted the peak of the club. But anyway, that's a.
You want the peak of the pineapple?
I
Oh!
think I think I might end the episode with that. Is like, and just for all you Hitler supporters out there, keep this in mind.
Oh, dude.
Actually, that might be a good thing to interject. Anytime he says something stupid, just put Hitler in the maid outfit going,
You're
"You're
snarius.
Schnerius."
Oh, dude.
Done.
Sound button. Sound button. You don't even need to do the thing. You're snarius. You're
You're
snarius.
Schnerius.
You're snarius.
Oh God. So yeah, you guys have that to look forward to next week. But until then, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll
Vaya
see you guys next
con
time.
Dios. Bye bye.
You're Schnerius.